So for the sake of this tutorial, you will need your plier, which you will be using to cut the fishing line, and this is the fishing line that you will use to make the hand of the bag. Alright, so let's get started. Then also it needs your beads. This is my bead. So I'm going to use this bead to with the bag. So if you want to start matting, or if you're just starting new as a beader, you should understand what matting is all about. Matting is 4 beads on the fishing line. If you want to get started, you use your plier, cut in between a fishing line, not too long since you're a beginner, because if the fishing line is too long, you might get confused and everything will become complicated for you. So this is the fishing line. If you want to start beading, this is my right hand and this is my left hand. So on the right fishing line, you can add 1, 2, 3. But the fourth one, because we are matting, this is just a regular mat. When it comes to bag making, there are some that are just 4 and there are some that you might have to make the bead 6 on a ring. So we are going to make the first ring. So this is the last fishing line. Still on my left hand here, I will take this fishing line inside the hole in the bead. You see, once it is inside the hole like this, then my right fishing line, I'll pass it in between. Then I'll have something like this. It will be intertwined. So once it did, I'll pull the rope together and pull it down. Right? So once you pull it down, you have something like this. Now I've made the first ring. Alright? So now, if you want to make the hand of that bag, you continue doing the same process. You can either go one here, you do it long, but I like to use this procedure because I feel it's easier. So now that we have the first ring, we're going to create the second ring. And for the second ring, we're not going to cross the hand. We're not going to do one bead here, one bead here. We're just going to put 3 beads on the right hand. This is 1, 2, 3. Then we'll allow it to go down. Then once it has gone down, you will use your left fishing line. You know, I told you we are making rings of 4. So this is 1 here. How do you calculate 4 rings? One is already inside the fishing line. I want you to see it properly. 1 is already inside the fishing line. You see, then you have extra 3. So instead of leaving this extra 3 down, I'm going to bring 1 forward. The third one, I will now cross it like this. You see, so now it's now something like this. This is something like this. So since we're making the hand of the bag, you will bend it like this. Look, it will have this shape. Then this one that is on my left, the left fishing line, you will pass it inside the next bead that is down here. You see, I want you to see it properly. This is how it is. So we use this one here. This one that is on the left, you pass it inside the next one bead. So once you pass it inside that one bead, you see you have something like this. Then on your right fishing line, we now have 2 beads. Look, 2 beads. We are forming a ring of 4. We need extra 2 to make it a ring of 4. Then on the right fishing line, you will take 2 beads. One, allow the one to go down. Then the second one, allow the second one to go down. You pass it in between. Then you will take your right fishing line, pass it inside, cross it to intertwine. Then this is what you will have. So you will have something like this. Now we are still going to use the fishing line on the left hand to go into the next one bead. So this is what we are going to do. Now once it's out, you pull it out like this. So we have something like this. Now we now have 2 fishing line. I told you we are making rings of 4. So on your right fishing line, you're going to take 2 beads. Then you take 1 bead. 1 bead should go down. Then the second bead should not go down. You are going to use on your left fishing line to intertwine. Then you have something like this. You pull. So now we are on the last ring. We are making 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're making 4 different sides. We're making rings of 4 different sides. So this is the last ring. We pass it. You use your left fishing line to pass into one of the bead. Then you pull. Then you still, on the other one, you just pass through one and you leave it. But on this last one, you pass into the down one and the up one, the one at the side. So now we've passed into the first one on down. We're going to pass it through the first one, the second one here, then you pull. So now, this is a ring of 4. How many beads are in between now? There are 3 beads. 1, 2, 3. So what is going to complete it to be 4? 1 extra bead. So on your right fishing line, we take 1 bead, allow the bead, not allow the bead to go down, we hold it, then take the tip of your left fishing line and intertwine. You pass it inside, so it will be something like this, then keep pulling it down. Then you pull it down. Now you have something like this. If you're making a key holder, this is how to make a key holder. But since you are making the hand of the bag, we're going to continue the same process until we get the length of the hand that we want. So now I told you we're making a ring of 4. And this is 1 bead in between the fishing line. Now on the right fishing line, you are going to add 2 beads. The 2 beads will go down. Then the last one, you will allow it to stay. You don't allow it to go down. Then you will use the fishing line on your right hand to intertwine. So this is how your bead is going to be. So we're going to continue the same process. You will use the fishing line on your left hand to pass into the next 1 bead. Like this. Then on your right fishing line, because we have 2 beads now, we are going to add extra 2 beads. You take 1 bead. This one will go down. This other one will not go down. Then you are going to cross and intertwine. So now we're going to use the fishing line on your left hand to pass into the next 1 bead. Look, pass something like this. So on your right hand, you're going to take 2 beads. You allow one to go down, then the last one, you will not allow it to go down. Then you will intertwine the beads and pull. How am I doing this like with all these staples?
Fine. Bunch of play shots to your laptop. Is it like normal upload? The same with
If you want a shot on. So we have something like this, and the last one, we're going to pass in between. And the last one, we're going to pass in the next 1 bead, like this. Then we are going to pass the last one. When you are at the last part of the bead at the end, you will pass into 2 so that you can only use 1. You will not use only 1 bead to low button cross. Then you now use only 1 bead to cross it. So So now you see we are forming the hand of a bag. This is how you continue the process until you make your desired length for making the hand of a bag. Then you bend it anyhow you want it. This is how to make the hand of a bag.